I've been dreaming all night, bringing me some inspiration. Never meant to love no one, but baby, I saw you for a second and I'm happy that you came my way. Don't wanna waste no time without you ever brightening up my days. Never meant to fall so hard.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for stopping by my channel and hanging out with me for today's cozy home style cafe treats video. I'm going to be sharing with you some of the ways that I make some delicious cafe inspired treats at home that will save you a ton of money. So if you'd like to see how I make these cafe inspired treats that I share both here on my YouTube channel and over on Instagram, just keep on watching.
Keep my focus right. Every glimpse of you is to me. You're all I think about sometimes.
Now first up we have the famous Oreo Shake or the Oreo Frappe, and it's so simple. All you do is you blend up some Oreos to make some Oreo crumble, set that aside in a bowl, and then in your NutriBullet or your blender you just mix milk, ice cream, Oreo cookies to your taste. So the thicker you want it, the more ice cream you obviously put in it, the more chocolatey you want it, the more Oreos you put in. You blend that up, and then once it's your desired consistency, you grab glasses, and I use little ones because if you have too big of a serving of this, it is not going to be great for your health, and I find that it's just too much to finish a big one. So for my kids, we just use these little coffee cups, and you line the inside with some Hershey's chocolate syrup. Use any chocolate syrup of your choice. If you don't have any, you can totally skip this step. Once that is lined, you take some ice cream and you pop it in. You can also add ice at this stage if you've got a bigger glass and you want to take up some of the room with ice instead of ice cream and thick shake mix. Then you just divide the thick shake in between the glasses.
I've been dreaming all night, bringing me some inspiration. Never meant to love.
You top with whipped cream, and then you grab your Oreo crumbles and you sprinkle that over the top. Cut an Oreo in half and then just use that to garnish the top, and you have a really delicious cafe inspired treat, which is really simple to make. Just make sure that you're not having these every day because they are pretty laden with calories and sugar, but they are a really great little sweet treat, and if you make them in this small size, then it is definitely not so bad.
Oh, so good. Oh, you need to try this.
The next cafe inspired treat that I've got for you is a Mediterranean pizza style melt. So this is really easy. If you have some focaccia or Turkish bread at home, you just top it with your favorite fillings. Some of the favorite ones that my kids love is some ham, salami, cheese, some sun-dried capsicum, olives if you have them, whatever you've got that's kind of pizza inspired. You can put fresh tomato, you can put spinach leaves in here. It's pretty much whatever you've got in the fridge. You just whack it on and then you pop it on the grill and you put something heavy on top. I use my cast iron saucepan lid to weight it down, and then it gives that really nice cafe style grilled effect. These are absolutely delicious. We usually make these on the weekends for lunch. And there you have a really quick and easy and very affordable cafe style lunch that you can make for yourself at home. And I think that if you make this at home, you probably save yourself around probably $10 to $15 to what you would spend if you had this out at a cafe. Next up, I'm sharing with you how I make my cold brew coffee. This cold brew coffee maker I picked up from Kmart. It was, I think, around $10. You can get them on Amazon, but you don't really need it if you don't have a cold brew maker. You can make cold coffee in your French press. You can make cold instant coffee. You can brew your espresso or your Nespresso machine, brew it, and then refrigerate it. Once you have got your cold coffee, you can use that literally as the base for any iced coffees or iced cappuccino, iced lattes, tons of home cafe style drinks. So this is how I make my cold brew base. I just fill up coffee grinds in the mesh insert, then add cold water, shake it, and then leave it overnight in the refrigerator. Once you have made it though, remove the filter with the coffee grinds, because if you leave that in the water, it will taste bitter. I'll share with you some of the recipes that I make with this at the end of the video.
I've been dreaming all night, bringing me some inspiration.
This homestyle cafe is pretty self-explanatory, but I get lots of questions on how I make my cappuccinos. I make it with my Breville Nespresso machine, which just uses Nespresso pods. It came in a bundle with a Nespresso Aerocino machine, which froths milk really well in cafe style. You can use it to make tons of different coffees. You can make short blacks, macchiatos, lattes, cappuccinos, flat whites, whatever you want. I like oat milk, but I've noticed recently that it is really high in carbs, and the barista style can be very high in fat. They add oil to the oat milk to give it that creamy consistency that froths really well. So definitely check the back and make sure that you're taking into consideration those nutrients that are in the oat milk that you drink. I always run a blind coffee through, or just rinse the coffee machine through with water. As you can see, it does have a bit of coffee in it that it needs to flush out. Use the Aerocino to heat your milk. It heats and froths, and while that is frothing, just pop in a coffee pod and let it run and brew a coffee for you. You want to have your coffee done and brewed when your milk is ready, because as soon as that milk is ready, you've got to pour it straight away. Otherwise, the froth and the milk will separate and you won't get that really nice creamy, foamy consistency into the cup. I pour my milk straight in, and then you can top it with some drinking chocolate. I use the Victoria extra dark chocolate because it is absolutely delicious. You can just get it in the supermarket. And that is how I make my homestyle cappuccino. It's really inexpensive. I think the pods work out to be about 40 cents each. So when you look at $4 to $5 for a cafe coffee, you're definitely saving money by making them every day at home. Next cafe style treat that I'm sharing with you is one of my absolute favorite things that I would ever buy from a cafe, and that is almond croissants. And they're actually quite surprisingly easy to make at home. Obviously, I'm not going to be sharing with you how to make a croissant. I've never made one of those in my life, but if you get the ones that you can just buy from the supermarket or the bakery, then it's really easy to make the almond filling. And I will share a screenshot of the exact recipe that I used at the end of this video, so definitely check it out. It is really simple though. It is just butter, almond meal, flour, eggs, and icing sugar. Mixed together. You can add almond essence if you like a stronger almond flavor. You just basically beat that up, use that paste to fill the inside of your almond croissants, and then top it with extra almond paste, and then sprinkle some flaked almonds on top. Bake it for 10 minutes or until it's nice and golden. And then you have got delicious almond croissants that you can easily make at home. This is a Mother's Day tradition. We always make these every Mother's Day, and then anytime we're feeling like a really nice sweet treat. These are really simple and easy to mix up, and you can make a batch that will stay fresh for a good couple of days. These are delicious straight out of the oven warm, but they do keep for a couple of days. You can eat them cold or you can just reheat them in the oven. They are absolutely delicious and I definitely recommend trying these out. Almond milk, cold brew coffee, flavoring of choice caramel or vanilla is great, a glass and some ice cubes.
It's a sour taste in it. It's a sour taste.
And I find you just need to play around with the amount of coffee and almond milk just to suit your taste.
Into pieces. Yes, you did.
The best for iced coffee, in my opinion.
No, it's not the way I want it. No, it's not the things I meant. Know that I'm not being honest. Not the way I wanted us to make sense. I just wanna be the one who loves you. I just wanna be the one. Face the heat and maybe make a promise and make it through.
This cold brew coffee is literally so easy to make, but it is so incredibly delicious. I really like that particular brand of almond milk for this cold brew coffee recipe. I find that if I use other almond milks, they kind of curdle and separate, but this one is perfect for making iced coffees and it is so delicious.
It's a big mistake to be falling back to the
So good, so good. So guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me and making some really tasty, delicious, a little bit naughty, but very delicious home cafe inspired treats. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite or which one of these recipes you're going to be trying at home. Have a fabulous weekend, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone.
I just wanna be the one who loves you. I just wanna be the one. Face the heat and maybe make a promise and make it through all our flaws, 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 all our flaws. Hey, you better make it worth it. I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again, but life is one big riddle of the future and what's been.